Hey team, I wanted to hop on here super fast and just go through the incentive real quick. If you have been thinking about earning an incentive and you've never done it, or maybe you've done it before and you want to earn another one, I just wanted to chat with you. James and I have earned 14 all expenses paid trips with Scentsy. Some we've earned for one, some we've earned for two. Some with flight, some without, just kind of depends on how the different trips have been. And we are super excited about this next incentive trip. So this next incentive trip is to Mexico. I don't even remember how to say the name of the place, so I'm not going to even try. If James were here, he could say it because he knows it. But full confession, we have taken our big boys to Moon Palace in Cancun a couple times. And on the drive there, we have passed this and multiple times I said, what is that over there? That looks something cool. The big boys have thought that looked really cool. And that is what this place is. So super duper exciting. Mexico, you can earn this trip for you and up to 7 people. That means 8 total people. As long as they're not a consultant, you can bring them. And so that can be for your kids, that can be for your parents, that can be for your siblings, that could be for your best friend, whatever, whoever, however. And there's lots of FAQs there on there, but I want to focus on what you need to do to earn it and what I always do every incentive trip. As soon as the points come out, literally actually at 2:33 a.m., whatever time they popped up, James and I just happened to be awake still coming back home from reunion. We had just landed all the stuff and everything. By the time we got home, everything was popping up and we were already going through and talking about the points. And so I just want to run through them super fast with you and show you what I do. So I always get a pen and paper and I just write out my plan. And what I do is I base it on last year and what I'm assuming and hoping for this year. So almost every year, and it's true this year again, 1 PRV point is 1 incentive trip point. So what I do is I write out on my thing August through January, and I go through and I look at last year's numbers and I see what did I do last year and what do I think I'm going to do this year based on either events I know I'm going to have coming or fundraisers I'm going to be planning or parties or whatever. I'm going to assume, in some cases I assumed my PRV was going to be roughly the same. In some cases I assumed maybe a little bit less just based on how other events have gone this year. In some cases I figure a little bit higher based on new candles coming out, things like that. So you can kind of just play with it. Be as cautious here as you want, but make a PRV goal. And when I say be cautious, I don't mean like don't make a goal. So if you set a goal, make it happen. What does that number mean to you? If you put, I'm going to do 2,500 PRV, which by the way, I would recommend 2,500 PRV all the way down across the board here, because that's going to get you your extra bonus each month. And that's going to get you the bonus, and it's going to help you towards annual sales, because if you hit 2,500 every month for 12 months, that gets you annual sales. So I highly recommend that. But at minimum, I would actually do 1,000 PRV at bare minimum, and I'll tell you why here in a second. So I always write that down. I see what that total is to see what number. That's all on me. Okay, the next thing you get is if you do 1,000 PRV every month for 5 out of the 6 months. So 5, they give you 1 month just in case, but I would recommend doing 1,000 for all of them. You're going to get an additional 1,500 points. So I jot that down here because I'm planning on doing that. So that's a part of my plan. I'll be out there in just a second, baby. Then active consistency. This one's amazing. This is a new one they've added. As long as you remain active every month, that means you need 250 PRV every month. We should be doing that, y'all. We can do 250 PRV. That's one small party, basket party, something like that. That's going to get you 500 points. So I jot that down on here. Paid at title consistency. Now this is a little bit different. So the title that you start off with, whatever your title is currently as of the end of last month, whatever your title is that you're starting off with, as long as you get paid at that title every month for the entire incentive for 6 months, you're going to get a bonus of 2,000 points. That's a lot of points, y'all. 2,000 points. So I jot that down here because that is my plan to hit title every single month. Don't forget to hit title. You alone have to have a minimum of 500 PRV because you can't hit any of the titles without 500 PRV, right? Any of the leadership titles. And so in your PRV call, you should have at least 500 there, right? So I jot that down also, paid at title consistency. Then we have our activity bonus. This is our rank. Now this is where it gets a little funky. You need to know the difference between title and rank. Rank is what you actually get paid on, even if you're not getting paid on your title. So let's say you are a superstar consultant, but you only hit star numbers. Your your rank that month is star. So you would not get paid the points, or you wouldn't get the points for the trip for superstar consultant. You would just get the star. But the good news is you still get points no matter what level you hit. So whatever your rank is each month, you're going to get the points. But again, you want to aim for title each month, because that's going to get you that bonus 2,000 in the end. Jot that down on your plan and make a plan, because you're going to do this plan and then you're going to add it all up and see, wow, I'm like really close or already hitting level 1, which is a trip for 1 to Mexico. If you don't want to go to Mexico, Boise, Idaho. I am so excited about this SFR. It's going to be phenomenal. So you've got that option. Then if you keep going down paid at title, then you have personal promotions. So this is going to be more for your new people. So it's really good to push if you're new, or if you recruit someone new, then this is what you really want to show them, the different sensational start levels they're going to get points levels. You can see that all on the incentive tab, and all of this is on the incentive tab on your workstation. Or as they promote to new titles, and this can be true for any of your downline or for yourself. If they promote to these different titles, every title has a point system. Now that's only assuming you hit that title for the first time ever. So this is like a director that maybe went to superstar consultant would not get new bonus for hitting director numbers as a promotion. So that kind of thing, you have to just keep that in mind. Okay, then we go down and we have event points. For those of you who are newer, you may not be familiar with World Tour. It is amazing. You will want to go to World Tour. They are all over the US, so there's a location for you to pick anywhere. If you go to that, you're going to get 500 points for going to that too. So that's awesome. For those that are directors and above, you can go to leadership in January. If you do that, you get 1,000 points. So you jot all those points down on your plan here. Then sponsoring. Okay, so this year they have changed it. Y'all, if you're familiar with the incentive trips in the past, you had to have so many sponsoring points. They have eliminated that. So in reality, you can earn this entire trip off of everything I just told you and do nothing with sponsoring. Now, I will tell you, I think it's going to do you a disservice if you do that, because you're going to get a lot more points from sponsoring, and that's going to help you earn even more spots. But you don't have to. So if you're like, you know what, I can totally kill my business and rock it and sell like galore, but I cannot seem to recruit or build a team, or I don't want to do it. That's fine too. Go out and do all the sales. That's fine too. But there is sponsoring. It is just not required this time. But on the sponsoring, you are going to get some good chunks of points here, so that's why it's good. For each frontline who earns sensational start level between July, so if you recruited people in July, till the end of January when the incentive trip ends, you have different levels get you different points. So if you recruit somebody and they hit one of those levels, they're going to get points, and you're going to get points. Okay, if your frontline promotes to certify during that time, again, these are the people that joined in July through the end of January. If they hit certified, by the end of January, for the first person, you're going to get 1,000 points. The second person, you'll get 1,500 points. And then the third person, you will get 3,000 points. And then each person after that third person, you're going to get 3,000 points. So see, that can really start adding up with you building a team. So what I would do, and what I did right now, so far, I just made my plan based on without sponsoring. Okay, what points do I look like? If I don't sponsor anybody and I just try to do this by myself, how many points? Is that enough? Okay, if it's not enough, how can I add my PRV? Because that's the only way I can really fluctuate here, and promotion. But if you're going to promote, you're going to sponsor. So it kind of works hand in hand, right? So you got all that here. And then I'm going to throw in the, okay, sponsoring. What does that look like? I'm going to play around with that. What level am I trying to hit? How many points do I need for that? And make those my goals. You also have here, if you have a frontline person who joined prior to July 1st, who promotes to certified for the first time, you get 250 points. If you have someone who promotes to lead, this can be anybody on your team that's currently on your team that's never been a lead before. If they promote between July, so even in July, I just realized that even the people in July, if you had anybody promote to lead in July, those people count to the end of January. You'll get 3,000 points for those people. That's a lot of points for promoting to lead. So that's someone under you promoting to lead. Of course, they're also going to get their points if they promote to lead as well. And then a frontline person who reinstates, and they reinstate during that time, but they have not already hit certified. let's say 250 points for each frontline consultant that you sponsor as a reinstatement between July and that, and who earn 1,000 PRVs. So that doesn't talk about certified. So I think that's just implying they have to sell $1,000 during that time. So as long as so actually that's a new one. If I'm reading that correctly, that's a new thing they haven't done before either. So maybe that person's already certified, but they reinstate. If they'll sell 1,000 PRV in the incentive trip time, you'll get another 250 points there. So I know I talked fast. I was trying to make a short video and that was a lot of information, but I highly, if you don't write it down and you don't make a plan, even if, I don't always hit these numbers exactly. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse, but if you don't write it down, you're definitely not going to hit it. So you've got to make a plan. If you want to earn this trip, and I think you should want to earn this trip, even if you don't want to go to Mexico, go to Boise. It's going to be amazing. Aim to earn these trips. Even if you say neither of the dates work out, earning these trips helps you build your business because it's the things you should be doing in your business every day anyways. And it just gives you good motivation to be able to do that. So I highly recommend that you make your goal an incentive trip, at least level 1, and see what happens. Might as well shoot for the moon. Maybe you'll fall in the stars, right? Under the More tab on your workstation, if you see More, scroll down to Incentives. That is where you will find all these points listed out. That is where you'll find the amazing video showing you about Mexico. It tells you the dates. It will show you the points you need for each level. It will show you how to earn on there, and there's a tracker for you. So literally, if you already have PRV this month, you'll see it when the tracker updates on there, and it'll show you that you're on your way. So I hope you guys are having a great day. It's Friday, right? I don't know. SFR's totally messed me up. But I hope you're having a fabulous Friday. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Bye.